Joining me here today is the one, the only, of course, Liam Harrison, coming off one of the craziest fights of the year. Everybody's calling it comeback of the year, round of the year, fight of the year, everything of the year. What's going on, sir? How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. To come back from a holiday in Jamaica with my fiance. Nice bit of downtime, I like to say, after that fucking wild behaviour that went on last week in Singapore. I needed it, I think, more mentally than physically. I didn't really hurt myself in the fight, but physically, mentally, sorry, it was just a bit. My mind was just blown. But yeah, I've had a nice bit of downtime in Jamaica. I've just got back today. Back on a plane tomorrow, heading to Canada. I've got like a seminar tour on the east coast of Canada there, Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal. So yeah, I'm keeping busy.
Has everything sunk in yet? For fighters, sometimes it can take a long time before they sort of take a step back and like, wow, I can't believe I went through that. I assume with you going on holiday, like, has it sunk in yet?
Yeah, it did, but it took a good few days. I was still walking around Singapore the day after the fight going, what the fuck just happened? I was literally like, what is going on here? And my coach just kept looking at me going, can't believe that. And then like 2 days later, we were getting on the flight back to England. He just keep looking at me, go, I can't believe it. And I go, I can't believe it. Just the whole thing from the start to the finish, just the way the fight ended, then getting the bonus money, then getting the title shot. I literally got out of the ring and I thought I'd broke my hand. I've just been for an MRI on my hand today because I've damaged the ligaments. So I got out of the ring and they took me straight off in an ambulance. So I was just like, I'm in an ambulance. I didn't even get a chance to stick around, see all the other fighters, watch the fights. I was just sat in the back of the ambulance with my coach. I was going, what the fuck? And that's all I just could keep saying. I'm going, what is going on here? I just couldn't get my head around it. And then like a couple of days later, when it all sank in a little bit, and I was still like, wow, that was wild.
I know you were saying after the fight with your fiance watching live, the bonus is already spent. It's already good as gone.
Yeah.
Is that the case now? Is it officially gone?
No, we've been all inclusive in Jamaica for his holiday, so we didn't really have to spend too much money. But I'm sure she'll do a good job of it while I'm away in Canada.
Has she talked about what she wants to do with it? Because that's the kind of money, like, you can do something pretty special, unless, of course, you're shopping for clothes or something.
Well, we're actually moving house. Well, we're looking to move house in the next few months, so they can go towards something like a bigger house. We'll be getting married next year as well. Some of it can go towards the wedding. I might just go to Vegas and blow it all on hookers and cocaine. You never know. You never know. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff I can do with it. I'll probably invest some as well. So yeah, we'll see.
Yes, I know the big thing with a fight like this is people want to talk about kind of your mentality and your mindset. A lot of guys, it's still cliche. You fall down, you get back up and all that stuff. You literally got back up and kept fighting. Are you realizing everything that's happening as the fight is going on?
I did an interview earlier and I said, like, you were saying what were going on in your head. Although there were quite heavy knockdowns, my legs weren't gone. I knew exactly what was going on around me. I wasn't dizzied. I was just more frustrated about, like, the first one was a stupid mistake. I've watched it back in slow motion so many times. I tried to underhook catch the kick to sweep him, and because of the little glove, there were no cushion there. So the front part of his shin hit me straight on the chin. And as soon as it hit me, I was saying in my head, you idiot, what did you just try and do that for? And then when I got up, I was still just trying to like get my bearings of what happened. He just launched himself at me and dropped me again with a massive left hand. But again, as soon as I hit the floor, in a situation like that, if you look up at the lights, the room will be spinning a little bit. None of that were happening. I got up and I was solid on my feet. And I just thought to myself, right, fuck this. This is it now. I thought, I only need one. I know how hard I hit. I know I've got power. And I was just thinking, like, you need one shot. And I knew we were going to rush in again. So I just thought, wait for the opportunity. Just wait for the shot. And then I waited for the one mistake he made. Then I found it.
It seemed like the second one, you were frustrated. Like, when you fell, it seemed like more than anything, it wasn't even hurt. It was just like, damn, I can't believe it happened again. I mean, are you feeling the pressure of, one more knockdown and this might be it?
Well, that's it. Before the fight, I was told, listen, if you win press here, you'll get a title fight. So there were a lot at stake there on that second knockdown. And I remember getting mad at myself. But the thing is, he launched himself with so much force in that second knockdown. There wasn't much I could do, really. Yeah. Because it hit me flush on the chin and it just nearly blew me out of my socks. So after that, I just thought, right, everything is on the line here. You can just like go defensive mode, possibly get caught with something again and the fight's done. Or you just stand, show your heart, wait for him to make that one mistake, which he will, And when you land, it'll be a totally different story. But I believe in my power. That's the thing. I know there's a lot of fighters out there who hit hard, but I really, really believe in it. And I know when I hit someone clean, I will either knock them down or knock them out. And that's what I did. I just believed in my power and believed in my abilities, and it worked.
So that being said, is it a big advantage for you fighting in the MMA gloves? Like we hear some guys that have trouble with the defense because, you know, they're not necessarily used to it. But for powerful punchers, it seems like it's a big advantage for you.
Well, as I showed, I clearly have problems with the defense as well. But like I say, I've got the equalizer. No matter what sticky situation I get in, I know that if I land clean on anyone in those gloves, they're out of there. If they don't knock them out or don't knock them down, it's going to put me in a position where it can change the fight just like that. So yeah, I love fighting in those gloves just for the excitement value, knowing that when we're stood there, one mistake in those gloves, especially with the elite level of striking that you get in one championship, one mistake and someone hits you clean in those gloves, you're going to be having a very bad night.
So at what point did you realize like this fight is mine? Like we see first knockdown, so it happened so fast, and especially for you being out there, I'm sure it went even faster. What point did you realize like this is mine and I'm about to finish this thing?
It was after the first knockdown. I saw his eyes rolling at the back of his head. He threw a left cross. I slipped it and I whacked him with my right hand. And that shot was massive. That would have put most fighters to sleep. To be fair, he got back up for it, but I looked at him. Like I said earlier, when I got knocked down, my legs were still steady. I knew exactly what was going on. I looked at him. His eyes were glazed. His legs were shaking. And that's why I didn't waste no time. And I just pounced on him. And I knew he was gone. And then, to be fair, I threw a bit of caution to wind. And I was wide open myself. I probably could have got tagged again. But when in a fight situation like that, I've had 90 wins now and 50 by knockout. If I drop someone in a fight, I'm like a shark who smells blood. I literally just go in for the kill. Not many times I've dropped someone and I've let them off the hook and they've managed to survive. I will usually finish them.
And so for the fans, I mean, that's the exact kind of fight you love, right? Both fighters throwing caution to the wind, come from behind, all that stuff. At one point, it's whoever goes down is finished. How much fun was it for you out there, though? Like, were you able to sort of enjoy it out there?
After I knocked him down, then I started to enjoy it. But like I said, I threw caution to the wind a little bit, but still in the back of your mind, there's some guy going in there going, Liam, what the fuck are you doing? Be careful. And I've got this stupid little devil on my phone going, nah, fucking don't listen to him. You just go crazy. But it's a tough one because you're thinking, I'm swinging, but I'm thinking, one mistake, I'm going to lose everything here. But I'm also thinking, finish him off and you gain everything. So you just got to, you get a little bit best of both worlds. You got to go pick one and go with it. And the one I will always go with is always going to be that fucking crazy one that goes, yeah, go crazy.
So you were mentioning that your coaches after the fight, the big thing they were telling you was, of course, what the fuck? And that's what everybody was trying to process it. What else are they telling you? Because we know that usually when you throw caution to the wind, the first person to yell at you is your coaches. Did they say anything to you about that?
So it was funny, actually, because after the second time I got knocked down, two of my coaches were there with me. One of them looked at the other one and said, what are you going to do? And Richard went, no, he's fine. Leave him, he'll come back. And I came back. And then I remember after I knocked him down for the second time, I looked out of the cage to both my coaches. One of my coaches was going, calm down, relax. My other coach, I looked him dead in the eye and he went, fucking finish him. And I went, who do I pick? And I thought, I'd already knew in my head what I was going to do anyway. I just went, I understand. But yeah, weird. And I was speaking to them both after the fight. I said, I looked at the cage and you were both saying different things. And Richard was just saying, he said, I know. He said, I wanted to just shout, finish him like John, but I had in the back of my eye, it was 2 each, one mistake. He's still dangerous. But yeah, it was funny to sit and chat about it afterwards.
So what happened when you got back on social media? Because I assume some people's phones shut down after a performance like that. What did your social media look like? How crazy did things get for you?
Oh, absolutely insane. I had thousands and thousands and thousands of messages on my Instagram. And what I tried to do is, I thought, I can't reply to all these, but I will try and show some form of appreciation just so for everyone who congratulated me. I'll go for all my inbox. I'll like every message.
Wow.
It took me an entire week.
Yeah.
When I was just sat by the pool in Jamaica, I was just liking, and I got bored. But listen to this. I liked all the messages, and then one day when I was in Jamaica last week, I woke up, I went into my inbox, and one of the messages that I liked, they'd replied to me and said, "Oh, dude, what the fuck? You could have at least wrote something back to me." I was like, "You cheeky mother!" I couldn't believe it. I said, "I've gone through all these messages just to try and show some appreciation to everyone. I was fucking wasting like, all my day by the pool, just liking. My girlfriend shouting at me, going mad because I'm on my phone." And then I woke up and a message like that. I thought, wow. I thought, what is wrong with some people?
Oh man, that's the thing for you as a fighter, right? Like some people, they're like, I don't check my messages and stuff. You decided you were going to do the right thing. I mean, does that
Yeah.
make you like going forward? Do you think like, nah, it's not worth it anymore?
To be fair, I get that many messages on my inbox anyway. I can't check them all. I just have to scan through them because some of it might be important stuff. Some of it might be seminars, sponsorships, fight opportunities. So I'll scan through, but I don't have like a read of them all. But yeah, that just put, and now I know why, just for shit like that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Some people are just crazy. You can't police some people.
So is this the kind of fight, like when people look back on your career, do you think like this is going to be like top 5? This is going to be the fight people have to talk about once you retire?
Yeah, probably. I've been involved in some crazy wars over the years, but I think this one, like most people that I've seen on social media, they were saying that round of the year. Some people were saying the greatest round in combat sports ever. Some people were just saying like it's probably one of the best comebacks I've ever seen. So yeah, I think it will go down in my career as one of my best wins, as well as because it was against a great fighter like Muay as well. So yeah, definitely.
So the big thing we saw at that event, they're trying out these special rules fights. Saw Demetrius Johnson, of course, MMA round, Muay Thai round. Is that something that could potentially interest you?
No, I fucking saw what happened to Rod Tang. I'm not getting strangled, mate. That's not for me. That is not for me. I appreciate jiu-jitsu. I appreciate the ground game and the wrestling, but it's not something I enjoy. And you can only be good at something that you enjoy. I just like to stand up and bang, so I'd prefer to just stick to that.
What's the future of Muay Thai with small gloves? 'Cause it really seems like for the MMA fans that hate the ground game, like this is literally the solution to that. What's the future of the sport with the small gloves? Like, is this something that's going to take off?
I believe so. It's massive now. We won championship as well. Like everyone, this is making the Muay Thai fighters on the same stage and as the MMA fighters as well. So like, imagine 10 years ago, you said to someone like myself, one day you'll be fighting on the same cards as like some of the biggest MMA fighters of all time. Like obviously like DJ is, and I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. But now, look now, we've got these crazy mixed rules fights. We've got like the best stand-up fighters in the world, the best Thai boxers in the world, fighting alongside some of the best MMA guys in the world. It's now one championship. We've just done this deal for Amazon Prime in America. It's huge. It's a shame I'm 36 now because I've only got a couple of years left. I'd have liked to have maybe been around 30 years old when this came along, but it is what it is. I still feel good. I'm still having crazy fights. I'm still winning. The main thing. So I've got a couple of years left in me yet to keep entertaining people.
And so, speaking of entertaining people, last question for you. You've got a title shot coming up. Obviously, something that I'm sure you're excited about. Everyone is excited about. What's kind of the update? Like, do you have an idea when we're going to see you return? When we can finally see this thing happen?
I spoke to Chattery about it. It's looking like August. I've got like the seminar tour coming up. I've injured my hand in the last fight as well. So let the injuries heal, get my seminars out of the way. I'll probably start training around the start of June hard, get a solid 9-10 weeks in, and yeah, let's do it all again and let's bring back that gold.
All right, perfect. We look forward to it. Obviously, it's going to be a great fight. Every one of your fights is a great fight, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks so much for the time, man. I truly appreciate it.
Not a problem. Thank you for having me.